The subtitle is Ancient Buddhist Tales of Wisdom and Laughter from the 100 Parables Sutra. I'd like to read one story. So this is a copy by Nicola and Stefan. So I wrote an inscription.
Thank you very much.
It says, in celebration of human stupidity. And with laugh.
The sign means that?
No, stupidity.
The Chinese script means
stupidity. And then I did the illustrations. So all the drawings should look a little bit stupid. So I had no difficulty making all these drawings. The three-story tower. A long time ago there was a very wealthy man who was also a great fool. It was hard to say which was the greater, his wealth or his lack of understanding. One day he went to visit another wealthy man, and when he arrived he was amazed to see that a tower had been built 3 stories high. It was very tall and wide, with broad eaves and large windows on every side. The foolish man gazed at it enviously. He had never seen such a grand and beautiful tower. He began to think, I have as much money as this man. In fact, I have more. I should have a tower like this. So he returned home and sent for a carpenter without delay. When the carpenter arrived, the wealthy man told him about the other man's tower, and then, rather testedly, he asked him, well, can you build me a tower as grand as that or not? The carpenter answered modestly, sir, he said, I built that tower, so I am sure I can build one for you. Then, what are you standing here for? Shouted the fool. Get to work. The carpenter did as he was told. He measured the land, gathered his tools and materials, and began to lay bricks for the tower's foundation. When the fool saw him laying the bricks, he became suspicious. What in the world is he doing? He ran after the carpenter and shouted, just what do you intend to make here? I'd like to know. The carpenter was a bit confused and answered, I am making a 3-story tower, sir, just as you asked. Well, forget the bottom 2 stories, the rich fool said. I don't want them. Make the top story for me right away. The carpenter was amazed and said to the fool, sir, how can I not build the first story, but build the second? And how could I not build the second story, but build a third? The rich fool was not convinced. I already told you, he shouted. I don't need the bottom stories. I only want the third. Now, do as I say or get out of my sight. When people heard this, they scratched their heads and couldn't stop laughing. What a fool he is, they said. How could someone have the top story of a tower without first building the ones below? And then these stories always followed by moral. And then this is the kind of more Buddhist teaching. This was used for explaining some basic Buddhist teachings. So this was the time before Zen, emerged. So it's kind of a beginning of the kind of Buddhism in China. I think Buddhism was introduced to China around the time of Christ, in the 1st century, before the Common Era. So the moral says, this is like the 4 kinds of disciples who follow the Buddha's teachings: monks, nuns, laymen, and lay women. They are too lazy to cultivate themselves and practice their vows to the 3 treasures, and yet they wish to have the fruit of the way. They say to themselves, I don't need the 3 lesser fruits necessary for becoming an arhat. So there are 4 fruits, to become a kind of a disciple of a Buddha, enlightened person in the early Buddhism. The most advanced stage is called arhat. I only want the arhat fruit, and I want it right now. As a result, they are laughed at by everyone. There is no difference between them and the wealthy fool. So it always go back to the story. So in a way, we often do that, right? We try to kind of achieve the result right away. Maybe go to a workshop and then become a master right away. When I was organizing a workshop, someone called me up and said, what can I master in one day? Some kind of American question. I said, well, there's a kind of basic stroke, horizontal line. It's the mother of all strokes. So you can master it, in one day and 20 years. Obviously, the person didn't waste. Anyway, I think we often do that. We don't want to take steps. We want to get the kind of result by the way.